Hey everybody, welcome back to another MB Heritage Farm video. Today we're going to be talking about our favorite watermelon of all time, the Sangria watermelon. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to show you this new way we're planting our watermelons. And we're also going to talk about why you should think about growing this type of watermelon. So come on y'all, let's get to it. And most of you guys know Sangria is a hybrid watermelon. We have eliminated pretty much every other watermelon in our repertoire except for this right here. We love this thing. They grow fast. The best tasting watermelon we've ever had, and we went through quite a few. This watermelon is famous for big winemakers, juice, and things of that nature. It's just ridiculous at the amount of water that's in these things, but the high intensity sweetness is just the best watermelon. There is a trick to make this thing taste even sweeter after you pick them, and we're going to show you guys how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and shut up. We're going to get some of these trays ready, and let's plant some watermelon. So not long ago, our local greenhouse that's only a half a mile from our house called Shady Grove. It's an Amish owned and operated greenhouse. I had just seen that Shady Grove had a table full of Sangria watermelons and Athena cantaloupe. So if we just go down here to Shady Grove, we don't even have to start seed. They're already started for us. They're small seedlings. We can just pick them up and plant them, and it's the same strain. So we're probably just going to support our local Amish greenhouse. So anyway, with that being said, this is still a great company. If you guys don't have a local Amish greenhouse around, or any greenhouse that has Sangria watermelons, you definitely need to try some, even if you have to go to Hoss and pick up some seed. These watermelons started. What we have here is some Daddy Pete's 555 black cow manure, and that's pretty much what we're going to start doing. These things grow so fast they're going to come right out anyway, so we're not even going to bother adding perlite to this mixture yet. So let's go ahead and fill up some trays and get some watermelon and cantaloupe started. So as you see, we got a lot of stuff to do still, but what we're doing is we're taking these 6L trays, and the reason why we're only using 6L trays is because these things are massive producers. I'll throw up a link at the end of the video to where you guys can watch and see how we grew 1,000 pounds of melons in just 2 rows of watermelons. These things are absolutely crazy, and they grow like wildfire. So we're only going to plant 12 this year, and I'm pretty sure we're going to go over that 1,000-pound mark. But we have neighbors that love this stuff. We got a few customers, new customers, just wanting to pick up some for some wine making and things of that nature. So we're happy to go ahead and grow extra for that reason. So what I have here, you guys already know, is we have mixture that we do here at the house is peat moss, perlite, and compost. This time what we've done is I've not added any perlite, just for the reason of these things right here is going to grow so fast. They're only going to be in these trays for a matter of 5 days, and then we're going to take them out of here and put them in our red solo cups. You guys know how we like to use that solo cup method, and then we'll add another cup under this for a catch tray, and then our plant cup has holes in it. So again, at the end of the video I'll throw a link up so you guys can watch and see how we do that. It's pretty easy. So like I said, we're not going to do any perlite. This is just 2 and 2. This is peat moss and compost, a mixture, and also that is Daddy Pete's, a North Carolina based company. So all we're going to do is we're just going to take our seed and we're going to drop some in and show you guys how deep we plant them. Now before we get to planting, I wanted to show you the back of the pack. It does call for a 1/2 inch depth, 24-inch row spacing, and also 5 to 6 feet apart on those row spacings. Now watermelon seed have a blunt end and a pointy end. It's really distinctive. You can tell the difference really easy, and all you want to do is take that pointy end and put it straight down in the ground, straight up and down, not laying on its side. This helps your watermelon seed come up way better. It's just so much easier on it. This is how we got our watermelon to guarantee come up at least at 3 to 5 days versus 7 to 10. You just plant them the right way, and they come right up. If you'll notice, I always point that one pointy end down and the blunt end up like I show you here, and just push it down in there. And then now what we're going to do after this, a lot of times we use perlite, and we take perlite and cover up over this after we do our water, but we're going to use some soil today. So now also another method, you guys, are seeing it. I'm using a gallon jug, and what we do around here is we'll just cap 2 fingers over our jug, and that'll give us like a little sprinkling system, so it's not so hard on the seed. And like I said before, if you guys will notice, after we do a little watering, you'll be able to see those seeds. So now all we're going to do is go right back across the top of all of this with the exact same mixture we have them planted in, bring it up to the top. That'll give us our 1/2 inch depth for our watermelon, and in 3 or 4 days these things are already going to have 2 green leaves on them, and we'll have to go ahead and drop them on the 5th or 6th day in our solo cups. This is the absolute sweetest, best tasting watermelon we've ever had. The yellow baby doll seemed to be our second favorite, but we just like the sangria so much we're not even going to grow the yellow baby doll this year. We just want to concentrate on this really sweet dark red sangria watermelon. Now the trick I promised I was going to tell you guys about once we got to the end of the video on how to make your watermelon taste even better once you do harvest them. If you don't know the perfect time to harvest a watermelon, we have a video. I'll post a link right here at the end so you guys can click on that and learn how to harvest a watermelon at the perfect time. If you get your time right, once you harvest your watermelons, what you want to do with your sangrias, and remember these watermelon can get up to 35 pounds each. So what you want to do with your watermelons is when you harvest it, you want to cut it long ways down the center, long ways, not across in half, and you want to leave those things laying on their side. Wrap each open cut in some cellophane, some plastic, make sure no air gets to it, and let it sit in your refrigerator for about 24 hours, and it'll develop one of the best, sweetest tastes that you've ever had in a watermelon. I wouldn't just tell you a story. We went through tons of watermelons, and we're just not going to grow anything else unless we have to force to grow heirlooms and start saving seed that way. But as long as I can get our hands on these hybrid seed, we're always going to grow these because they grow fast, they grow huge, and man, I don't know how many times I have to say it, but they taste absolutely amazing. These things taste like candy compared to every other watermelon I've ever tried. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, we'll see you again on the next one.